Hey everybody, welcome to my show Juicing with Jade. Here's where I show you how to incorporate freshly squeezed juice and clean foods into your daily meal plan and lifestyle. It doesn't matter what your diet type is, I still have a juice for you. So in this episode, I'm going to talk to you about how to heal your gut. So hopefully the information that you find in this episode is of value, and if so, please be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and never forget to subscribe. And always hit the notification bell so you'll know whenever I drop a new episode. And lastly, open up that description box so you can find other ways to contact me as well as any associated links. So let's get started. I want to show you what I have here and talk a bit about why I'm starting with green juice to help heal your gut. So I will go through each one a little bit closer, but I just want to give you a preview of what I have. I chose greens. Greens are ultra important, and the green that I chose for this green juice is a little bit of dandelion. So let me just take a little bit off of here just to kind of show you a little bit more. So I chose dandelion as my green because I wanted a very high nutrient-based power-packed green to be a part of my green juice. And then I have a little bit of fennel, or what they call anise bulb. That is also full of nutrients. I'm going to use some herbs, and for this particular juice, I'm going to, I lost the apple. I'm going to use parsley. Parsley is very chelating, which means that it pulls a lot of those toxins out of your gut, as well as cilantro, and sometimes I'll use cilantro as well. And what tried to roll away was a little bit of sweet, so I'm just using a couple green apples. And the reason I want to use the sweet is because I have a little bit of pepper, habanero pepper. So that's going to be extremely hot. I will not use this whole habanero pepper. I will cut it and just put a little piece in it. And why that is good, because it is so healing for the gut, and it actually kind of puts those parasites in our gut at bay, just to keep them at bay so that they're coming under control. So hot things are good for the gut as long as you don't have any ulcers and things like that in your gut. I'm also going to use some ginger. It is anti-inflammatory. We have some cucumber, which is very hydrating, and a little bit of citrus. So citrus actually is acidic, and it pulls and cleans out a lot of the gunk that's in our gut. And then lastly, I have a little bit of celery, which is very hydrating as well. It does have a little sodium content to it, and it also balances out. So all these vegetables together will make a very delicious green juice. So what I'm going to do, as you see, it keeps dropping. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is get these all cleaned up, and I'm going to get them cut up so that we can put them through our Jack LaLanne here to get them all juiced up to make a very powerful green juice. Sometimes I have more ingredients in it, more vegetables and herbs in it to make it supercharged, but I just want to try to give you all a simple recipe to start with to start healing your gut. And why is healing your gut important? Because that is the basis of your entire health. It all lives in your gut. Your gut is said to be your second brain. So imagine that. If we're constantly feeding ourselves that standard American diet and clouding up our gut with lots of toxins and processed foods and fatty foods and salty foods and preserved foods, with all the chemicals, imagine what that's doing to our brain. So sometimes we're walking around and feeling a little foggy in our head, a little foggy in our thoughts, but what we fail to realize is that we also have fogginess in the brain, in our gut. So if your gut is foggy and clogged up, your brain's going to be clogged up as well. So we want to try to clear up our whole system by cleaning up our gut. And the best way to do that is to eat clean, healthy foods. And in order to get the best amount and the highest amount of concentrated nutrients in at one time, because it's kind of hard to just take all this stuff and just eat it, it's best to juice it. If you juice it, you get all those concentrated nutrients in at one time. So I like to start with the green juice because the greens are so very, very healing. You have all that chlorophyll, you have all the vitamins, you have the minerals, you have the potassium, which is important for your blood pressure. And also this type of green juice will balance out your blood sugar as well. Not only that, with the citrus that we're putting in there, that is very acidic enough to help clean and push out the gunk in your body. And this little habanero pepper, if you can tolerate the heat, that's going to also help kill some of those parasites in our gut that has us craving all these different fun but unhealthy foods. But like I said, I do have an apple here to add a little bit of sweet to balance out some of the heat from the habanero pepper. So I do want to get these blended up for you so we can see how this green juice comes out, and then I'll talk a little bit about it a little bit more throughout the video. And let's not forget, I got the ginger, which is anti-inflammatory, so that's going to also soothe the gut area, and it is hydrating. So I have the parsley, celery, a couple apples, cucumber, the fennel, our dandelion, and celery, if I did not say. So I'm going to get all these cleaned up, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about each item and gut health. I got everything all cut up and washed and ready to juice. So let's start juicing us some green juice, okay? Okay, everybody, I just finished making the green juice. I'm going to give it a taste. So let's see. I did stir it and I did strain it. So let's see. So cheers. Ooh, and a little bit of heat from the habanero. But then the apple makes it a little sweet too. So this is so good. And I can taste the earthiness from the fennel. It's so delicious. Oh my goodness. Sorry. This episode is about staying healthy by healing our gut. Because if your gut is healthy, you are healthy. If your gut is not healthy, you are not healthy. All your health and all disease begins in the gut. That's why it's so important for us to make sure that we're getting all these concentrated vitamins, minerals, and nutrients from freshly pressed juice and eating clean foods as much as possible. And as I said, it doesn't matter what your diet type is right now, whether you're on keto, paleo, whether you're on a standard American diet, whether you're a pescatarian or you're a mukbanger, whatever it is that you do, make it your goal for this year and the years to come to get as much freshly pressed juice, my mouth is juicy, from the green juice, into your diet, as well as clean foods, meaning salads, fruits, and vegetables that don't come out of a package. Another important point that I want to share about gut health and freshly pressed juice is that freshly pressed juice is the best hydration you can get. When your gut is dehydrated and you're constipated, you are not healthy. But if you want to get hydrated with the best possible hydration there is, drink you some freshly pressed juice. This also will move that sludge out of your gut and get you flowing. This is what you need in your life. And it is easy to make. You just get vegetables of your choice, preferably something green that is power packed with nutrients. You can use a green of your choice. For this video and this episode, I chose to use dandelion, but you can use spinach, you can use kale, you can use any type of green that you want. If you don't like celery and just like cucumber, then just use that. Add apple. It doesn't necessarily have to be a green apple, but choose the apple of your liking. And you can put that in there. Make sure that you put some herbs in there, because herbs really send a power pack punch to your gut, as well as to those parasites that's always hiding in there, getting you to crave all these processed foods that aren't good for you. So again, to get hydrated with the best hydration possible, this is better hydration than just plain old water. Why? Because it's living water. Freshly pressed juice is living water, is living nutrients, is living hydration, is living minerals and vitamins. And this will heal you. Try to get as much freshly pressed juice into your diet every single day. If you're someone who does not own a juicer, blend it, make it a smoothie. Put your spinach, put your kale, put whatever type of green that you like into a blender. Put a little apple in there, something to sweeten it to your liking. Just make sure that you do it. And if you don't have time and you live a busy life and you don't have time to juice, or you don't own a juicer, click that link below for some suggestions on some super greens that you can use, that you can mix quickly into a smoothie, or you can simply add water and drink that. I do have a couple super greens that I really enjoy when I'm a little busy and I didn't have time to juice, or if I already drank the last juice that I made. So I'll just make sure that I get a little super green, mix that with some water and drink that. Full of vitamins, full of nutrients, full of minerals, as well as probiotics and digestive enzymes. So we want to do as much as we can to heal our gut. We're fighting so many bacteria, so many different viruses right now. We have to do our best to stay healthy, and that begins by making sure that our gut is healthy. And how do you do that? Very simply, by giving it some living hydration and living water through freshly pressed juice, clean foods into our daily meal plan and lifestyle every single day. So here's to you, here's to your health, and here's to staying healthy by cleaning up your gut. That is good.